Hello and welcome to round one, round of 16 for Worlds 2026, where we are facing off against HSquid, who has found something truly devious, truly wonderful. I wish I'd found it. Let's just go over the deck. It's got it's a red-black control, kind of slowish deck. It's got one of Astral's Placer, not that relevant against us. Pact Beyond Death, good card filtering, can become a tutor, gain some life, just strong card. Draconos Tyrannos, 4 damage burn. Doesn't match up super great against us, but decent burn. Life Hacker, very dangerous threat, of course. Nuile Exodus, that's the Edict. Also not, it's spectacular against us, but something. Karaz Leyspire, Surgical Extraction, it's also a 2/4 defender. 4 of Shigana Manor Burns. 2 Star Squall, Small Sweeper. Bunch of kind of interesting mono base, playing 2 different observatories and 3 nebulas, along with 4 Temple of Origins, because if HSquid's devious plan is to donate a Temple of Origins to me with Zukar, so I'm unable to generate red or white mana. That's the combo that we need to be kind of alert on. That's what's going to make us have to be the beatdown in game one. Kafella is a 5 mana planeswalker that can go up the board very effectively. Cryptology is a tutor. Eyes Gone Dark as hand attack. Nightfall as just a very powerful control card. And Terminal Impact as the other removal spell. So I won't keep HSquid waiting too long, but my theory about this matchup is it all comes down to the 4 and 5 mana Haymakers. So on my end, that's Offset Demon, where is it? Darkstar Severance and Eva Viva. On their side, that's Zukar, Life Hacker, and Kafella, and the token off Nightfall to a certain extent. If I can land my Haymakers and prevent them from landing theirs, I think I'll be in great shape. But of course, they could just combo me out on turn 3 if they go turn 2 Shigana Mana Burns, turn 3 Zukar plus Temple of Origins. So let's hope that doesn't happen. I get to be on the play every single match. I automatically win all of my die rolls because I have won 4 tournaments this year. All the beginning of the year, to be fair. What are we looking at? Okay. We're looking at a hand that has no white mana and 2 white cards. And only 2 lands. I think this is a mull. This doesn't have... This hand has a Darkstar Severance, but can't cast it. It's missing white mana. It doesn't do anything unless it draws a land, and even then, possibly not until turn 3. I think this is Multi 6. This is not a... This can be grindy, but I think it's more about the Haymakers, so I'd rather keep a hand that is more proactive. Sure. Yeah, I'll keep this. Turn 2 Shigana Manor Burns, turn 3 Offset Demon with a Terminal Impact in the back. Put back a land because I can cast Offset Demon without it. Their best answer to Offset Demon is block it with 4/4 Nightfall token. They're also going to 6. Okay. I will put down this mountain. Possible Plains actually is the right answer there, but... Okay. I will play a tapped Windbeaten Stones and pass. We're both gone to 6. Tapped Sanguine Palace. Oh, it's been a while. Okay, second Offset Demon is great. It's really great, actually. This is going to be quite a draw. Mountain. Shigana Manor Burns. They have no Graveyard Hate main. So next turn, I can discard Offset Demon just to get it in my graveyard, cast Offset Demon. Wow, this is a great first hand for this deck. What they got turn 2? Pact Beyond Death. That's it's rotated for some reason, but they get to look at their top 3. One goes... Sorry, they get to mill 3 and return 1 to hand. Okay, they mill 2. They put a Shigana Manor Burns into their hand. That's a really good sign, because if they had the Temple of Origins, they probably would have kept Zukar, and that would have been unfortunate for me. But instead, they have just kept Shigana Manor Burns, which might even... Like, why would they keep Shigana Manor Burns? It's a good question. Draw a card. Primal Fissure is a little awkward. Okay. Main phase. Shigana Manor Burns. Discard Offset Demon. Ugh. Okay. I was kind of hoping to hit a land there. I'm not going to play either of these cards. Primal Fissure. Grab another mountain. Cast Offset Demon. Okay. And Overflow obviously goes on A. Because I have another one in the graveyard, which I'll pop out right now. Pretty respectable turn 3. I'm going to deal 8 damage to them next turn if they don't have something to say about this. If they have another Draconis Magistus, they can kill one of my Offset Demons, so that does not seem like a productive use of their time. So next turn I wang them for 8 down to 9. So Terminal doesn't quite kill, but it's getting in the vicinity. Okay, they do have the Temple, but they chose not to take Zukar off to Pack Beyond Death, which is interesting. It's possible they top decked that. Possible they just didn't have a third land last turn, and they top decked one this turn. In any case, they play the Shigana Manor Burns. They've had a pretty slow draw. Not a bad one, but a slow one. Untap. Draw. 2 triggers. Ding for 2. Unfortunately, I'm not casting anything this turn. But I did basically get an Offset Demon for free. So that's nice. Play Mountain. Ship turn. They have a quite decent chance of just dying next turn. This is Kefella. Kefella is the only 5-mana card in their deck. Yeah, I don't think that does enough. Unless they have a Nightfall in their graveyard I don't know about. Nope. Yeah, this does 2 damage, getting this down to a 1/1. I hit them for 4, Terminal Impact for 5, that's lethal. Sounds like a plan to me. Okay, wow, I'm glad I'm killing them this turn, because I'm out of gas. Attack you. Easy breezy. Okay, sideboard plan. We have 3 Golden Bloom of the Silence, which can name Zukar. That's great. That turns off the combo, means we can have the inevitability. We have 2 Fateful Ascents. This kills Kefella, Lifehacker, Nightfall Token, all relevant cards. Less relevant, Kitsune Matriarch is just not that great in this matchup. It's not going to be decided by the small stuff. They have plenty of answers to small stuff, most notably Nightfall. Similarly, Flags on High is not very well positioned, and I don't want. And with those cards gone, I don't need quite as many Fabricated Anomaly. And I'm going to trim 1 Terminal Impact. It was very good that game, but I don't want to draw multiple, and they have no small creatures for this to hit. So if it kills something on board, it's going to have to cost at least 4. So just don't want to draw too many of those. Also, don't want to draw too many Fateful Ascents, but it answers the things I really care about, even though I could end up with too many of them in hand. I can always just discard them if I get too many. Okay, let's just do that again, shall we? They're going to be on the play. Okay, this is a 5-lander Karaz Monument Gone Pickin'. Hmm. How do I feel at 5-lander Karaz Monument Gone Pickin'? Not spectacular. Uh, it's a good 1-2 curve, that's for sure. They have to tell me whether they keep or mull first. Um, I suspect this might be a mulligan. It's the wrong hand for this matchup. Like, they could easily just not have a permanent I care about on my turn 3. In which case, this Gone Pickin' is going to look real sad. In a combo matchup, which this kind of is, I should be more willing to mulligan because, the combo kind of ignores all card advantage concerns. But it's close. It's a good curve. Like what am I planning to hit with this Gone Pickin'? Have to be a permanent they play on turn 3. Well, it can't if they play Zucker on turn 3, I'm dead, so that doesn't matter. I don't really want to hit a Pact Beyond Death. I could hit a Shigana Manor Burns, but I'm not excited. I guess best case scenario is they go turn 2 Shigana Manor Burns, turn 3 Life Hacker, and I'm able to nab that. But apart from that, like they don't really have any permanents. Yeah, I'm gonna mull this. Oof. Another 5-lander, but this one's much worse. But I think I keep it. Yeah, I wish I had I wish I had my 7-card hand. This is what, put back Primal Fisher? Yeah. You're gonna have to hope I draw some stuff that does something. Swamp Pass. Oh yeah, on their side, they don't have a ton of in their sideboard for me. Mainly Duress, I think, is what comes in, and probably Star Squall comes out. Not that good against me. Show me relevant card. Wow. Yeah, that's a relevant card. Torrid Path Kitsune Matriarch? Or save Torrid Path for potential cycling later. I can go Temple of Origins Kitsune Matriarch this turn, and then if I top deck land next turn, maybe I consider not playing the Torrid Path and saving it. Okay. Okay, I mean, that's it's a good card to have on turn 1, that's for sure. Now can I ask for a Shigana Manor Burns turn 2? That my best draw? Wouldn't hate a Karaz Monument. Obviously, just want to draw Golden Bloom with a Silence in this matchup. They have 2 Swamps, no turn 2 play. Okay. Wow. What a draw. Sure, attack you with Kitsune Matriarch. They're going to make me sacrifice it. Honestly, I don't care that much. Kitsune Matriarch was not that much of a threat. Um, Torrid Path. Karaz Monument. Now, next turn, it looks like I'm not doing much, which is unfortunate. But the turn after that, I get Darkstar Severance, trigger Karaz Monument? That ain't bad. Crucible. Oh, they brought in the Crucibles. That's perfectly fine by me. I have no graveyard synergy in my hand. I haven't sided some of it out. Okay, gonna whiff for a turn. That's unfortunate. Yeah. Nothing left to say other than that's unfortunate. Primal Fissure, pass turn. Oh well. I mean, that's what happens when you mulligan and keep a sketchy hand. It has been a pretty decent draw, and they kind of didn't do much on their turn 3 either. They just played a Crucible. Really? This is the best use of their time? Spend 2 mana, make me lose 1 life. That card in my graveyard matters only a tiny bit. Okay. Crack Primal Fissure into exile. It's just Mountain, right? In case I draw Plains of Aviva. Yeah. Even then I have double Mountain, so it doesn't matter, but when they miss their land drop too? And there's Fabricated Anomaly, which doesn't do much because of Crucible of Burning Sun, but it does at least loot. Okay. Mountain. Darkstar Severance. They have no enchantment interaction in their entire deck, by the way, so this just gets to stay on the battlefield. They have no 1 mana black instant, so I just get to do everything I want here. I get my chart. I draw a card. And this becomes a 3/3. Start of combat. Sack this. Make a 3/1. Attack you for 6. Sounds good to me. Okay. They seem stuck on... They only have black mana? They seem like... Well, they kept to 7, but it seems like they're kept to 7 without red mana, and probably a bunch of red cards, and they did not draw out of it. Which, that's real good for me. I'll take that, absolutely. They can't even use Karaz Observatory anymore, because I will never have um, cards in my graveyard again. Okay, they got Temple down. So they could threaten a Zukar next turn, but it's Zukar giving me a black-red temple, not Zukar giving me a blue-black temple, meaning I still have access to my red mana, in particular for this terminal impact. Okay, they could have me like this, so I do need to respect their priority here. Okay, another mountain. Okay, I'm just going to run up this Fabricated Anomaly and see what they say about it. Puzzle box, Karaz trigger. Remove counter. Draw a card. Fateful Ascent. I guess I get to leave that up this turn. I'll just use Puzzle Box, exile this Temple of Origins, because I definitely don't need that. Another Darkstar Severance. Okay. Now, big question. What am I sacrificing to this Darkstar Severance? There's a couple options. It could just be this. This is just a 2/3, this Fabricated Anomaly. Would I rather have this 2/3 or this Puzzle Box? I could also sack the Puzzle Box. I don't think it sacks the Severance itself. Okay, let's think about this. I'm going to hit them for 9 this turn, putting them to 5, and then I'm going to try to Terminal Impact them next turn. They've not appeared to have Duress or Eyes Gone Dark on any of their previous turns, because they certainly would have cast it. And so I should sacrifice the Puzzle Box, because that means even if they have another Newly Exodus, I can sacrifice Fabricated Anomaly and continue to hit them for a lot of damage. Yeah, I don't need this Puzzle Box. My cards are already excellent. Yeah, they just take it. Second main, Splendor Mountain, leave up Fateful Ascent in case that becomes relevant. Ship of the turn. And I don't know if they have outs here. Like, Zukar definitely doesn't get them out of this. Nightfall? Oh yeah, Karaz Monument isn't a creature anymore. Nightfall. I don't believe that solves their problems. Yeah, they're just dead on board. Well, not dead on board, but they take 3 off Darkstar Severance. Yeah, I guess I just terminal them, but I could also kill them with Darkstar Severance. Okay, well, those went extremely smooth. Those were some incredible draws. Um, yeah, so by the way, Terminal Impact was just faster, so I just did that to be polite. But I could also have just played Darkstar Severance, which would have animated Kara's Monument, and then two Darkstar Severance, they would each make a 3-1, and I would attack for 9. Okay, we are moving on. We are the last match of the round of 16 to complete, so our next opponent will actually be Coveted Peacock on Last Witch Ramp. That actually looks a pretty tough matchup for me. So we'll see how that goes. Till then, good night.